Chantel doesn't touch proteins at all.
It doesn't work for me. This gets really technical, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, protein's bad for you. It's going to hurt your kidneys. But let's talk about why we're eating the way we're eating.
I'm training for a fat loss competition. Who buys newspapers? I'm officially starting getting into my proper training and my diet and everything. Diet tomorrow. Today is Monday, March 18th. It's the end of the day. Everybody's in bed. But today is the first day. I guess tomorrow's going to be the first day. But I'm starting a 91-day transformation challenge. So I'm not fat by any means, but as far as my body composition goes, I'm about as fat as I get, and I'm at a point that I can make a significant transformation in a fairly short period of time. So we're going to do this in 90 days. So technically the challenge is 91 days. Today's the day that we take the before pictures. I'm as far as I want to go. Here's the crazy part. I had to find a newspaper. You got to take your before pictures with a newspaper that has the date on it so they know that it's legit. Who buys newspapers? I'm officially starting getting into my proper training and my diet and everything. Diet tomorrow. This is done through the store that I work at in partnership with this major supplement company. And there's actually a couple different divisions, but I'm in the staff division because we're basically like sponsored athletes. We have more access to the supplements, discounted rates, that sort of thing. And the knowledge and experience it's expected to be behind us. So we're in a separate category from the customers. You look very nice.
Thank you. You look cute. I like your lineup.
It's not low enough, is it?
No, I noticed it. I like it. What's up, guys? I'm Chantel.
And I'm Greg.
Today we are addressing this comment. Just to give you a little bit of background, people always ask Greg and I how we manage our fitness lifestyle, especially having 3 kids. How do we manage everything? And we are going to dive into how we do it and what our summer 2024 fitness goals are. Okay. So you want to read it?
Sure. For added protein and muscle, I wonder a lot about protein shakes and if I should incorporate in my daily routine. Blessings, fam.
Yes. So shout out to Therese. She's one of our...
Is it Therese? Therese?
Therese.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce properly. Therese? Therese? Therese?
I'm going to say Therese.
Okay.
She's going to have to break it down.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. I hate mispronouncing people's names.
First of all, I feel badly because she comments all the time. She watches our stuff. She is one of our longtime subscribers, so we really want to shout her out. Thank you so much for the love. Can you please break down how we say your name?
Sorry.
Yeah. So okay. I'm going to say the question again. So she's asking for added protein and muscle. I wonder a lot about protein shakes and if I should incorporate it in my daily routine. So should someone?
Maybe. Are you right now? Like, have you tried and you're wondering if it's a good idea? Because there's so many options out there. Chantel doesn't touch proteins at all.
It doesn't work for me. But maybe you should give the audience and the people that are like tuning in for the very first time just a little bit of a background about you, because you've been in the fitness industry for so long. You got to let them know what's up. You've earned your qualifications.
Okay. I know what I'm doing. I used to be a competitive bodybuilder. Chantel, competitive figure competitor. It's kind of like the lifestyle that we live. We know exactly what to do. And Chantel's super supportive. So I've been a personal trainer for over 20 years, a nutrition coach for over 15 years, and I currently work in sports nutrition supplements. I use a lot of protein powder myself. I would say, like, I have at least 1 protein shake every day. Could be 2, could be 3, depending on the day. But that's a huge part of my protein intake. I definitely supplement with protein powders. I've tried a lot. Like, there's a broad spectrum. The whey-based are the most popular. I've used plant-based. I've also used, I guess we'll say animal-based. Because beef protein, salmon protein. There's blends. I don't think I've tried the blends. egg
Seems like
white
there's a
protein.
lot to
There's a lot.
try.
There's a lot. So it's finding the ones that work for you, because you can't do whey. Like that'll just totally
No,
like
it would
hurt your
destroy
stomach.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people have issues with different protein powders, and so it's finding the ones that work for you. And I do recommend, because I find that most people aren't getting enough protein in, and if you can't do it through solid foods, it can become expensive if you're trying to do chicken and beef, and could be fish, whatever your regular diet intake is of protein.
You've taught me to like try to always have like real source protein. So
Yeah,
that's what I try to do.
man.
But for people just starting out that are inspired and
Mhm.
want to get fit, what should they do? Is it okay to do protein shakes? How often should they be doing it?
There's so many variables.
Okay.
I For most people, I do recommend trying to incorporate protein from a protein powder, just to keep your protein intake up, because I understand it can be challenging to just eat meals all day, every day, especially when you're doing like 5, 6 meals a day. I do 4 meals a day and 2 shakes.
So that counts as how many meals total for the day?
I say 6. Like
Okay.
I count the shakes as a meal. And
Okay.
usually I'm having a snack with it. Like
Okay.
I'll have a protein powder and I'll have some, I do walnuts right now. Sometimes I'll do cheese. Like I'll have some kind of fat with it.
Okay.
Um, yeah, right now I'm not doing a lot with sugars. So
Okay.
that's me.
Right.
I
And
don't
that's
want to
and we're gonna
overcomplicate things.
yeah,
Oh
we're
man.
we're gonna get into you specifically while you're doing what you're
Yeah.
doing to look the way you look.
There's
But
so many variables.
okay. So what would you say to Therese, someone that wants to um try getting really fit this summer, or just even taking the initiative to just start? What would you say? Is like protein good or not? Like should she be doing it and just finding the protein that works for her?
I say yes, use a quality protein supplement. And I think the issue comes in when people think, oh, protein, they'll go to something like Ensure or Boost, like those ready to drink
Oh,
protein drinks
why shouldn't they
or
have
mineral.
that?
They're meal replacements
Okay. They're
with
just
very poor macros. Like, oh my gosh. So a real protein powder should just have, I'm going to say, at least in the ballpark of 75% protein per scoop.
gosh, this gets really technical, guys, okay? But just keep
So
listening.
yeah, because you want to make sure you're getting like quality protein, and that's actually on the lower end of what's out there.
Okay.
You can go with a whey protein isolate. That's probably your best bet, but you're going to pay a little more for it.
Okay.
And I'm trying to keep it kind of general here without getting too
Yeah,
complicated.
perfect. Like for the average person, at
Yeah,
least, anyway.
a whey protein isolate. It means they've taken out the milk sugars, they've taken out the milk fats, so all you have is the milk, the isolated whey protein. So any extra sugars or extra fats in there are usually added for flavor.
Okay.
I'm being very general with that.
Okay.
And a whey protein isolate will be more like 85% protein per scoop.
Right.
But
Right.
then, so when someone says, I'm looking for something when I'm trying to get lean, it's going to help me with like my fat loss goals, I'll say go with an isolate. Then they tell me I'm putting it in milk. I'm like, oh, then you defeated the purpose.
Okay, so
Because
don't put it in
no,
milk.
because if you're putting it in milk, we've taken the milk, the
Ah,
negative
you
parts of
see,
the milk
guys.
out.
Okay.
So you've taken out the
That's
milk
good to
sugars,
know.
you've taken out the milk fats, you've got your isolate, and then you put that back to milk. Now you've just sort of reintroduced them.
Okay.
So that's when you're doing your smoothie, just use it as like a water base.
Oh, perfect. Okay, water based only, guys. Water based.
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Like I could do a whole thing on just protein powder.
Yes. And you know
But
what? If you guys want to
oh
know more
man,
about that, you're going to have to drop a comment down below because Greg can talk about many different
yeah, there's
variants.
so many variables.
Yeah.
Every brand has their unique version. Might have digestive enzymes, might have probiotics, be better for digestion.
Yeah.
Maybe even higher potency, so it's very high isolate. We have one as high as 97% pure.
Okay, but just for like
God.
just the average person wanting to start, just like your your
Okay.
whey isolate, and how often should they be having this protein powder?
You can do it daily.
Oh, okay, like just
Okay, I
okay.
think like the average scoop of protein is basically replacing an equivalent to like a can of tuna or a chicken breast. Like it's a meal size serving of protein in a
Okay,
scoop.
that's good.
That's just generally speaking.
Okay. So there you go. So we answered that question.
Was that the simple answer? I don't know.
We hope it helps.
Yeah. If you use that during your day to help keep your protein up, it can make a huge difference. Generally, we'll say the goal weight you want to be in grams of protein per day.
Okay, so if you want to be 120 pounds, you should be taking about 120 grams of protein a day.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very general, but the
Okay.
simplest way to say it. Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's different. That's just a place to start.
Okay. And is protein bad for you? Like people say, oh, protein's bad for you. It's going to hurt your kidneys.
Okay. In my entire life, like, so I've never met somebody who that's actually been an issue. In reading, I understand that those people do exist out there. But in 20 years in the industry, over 20 years in the industry, I've never met anybody who's had that sensitive kidney issue. I've never had a client, and I've had hundreds over the years. I was a full-time nutritionist for 7 years. I've had hundreds of clients and never met a person who had like a sensitivity to too much protein or protein supplements.
Okay.
And I would say more than 95% were under consuming protein.
Okay.
So, and if you look at the list of symptoms of protein deficiency, almost everybody's suffering from that. So you're not, proteins are the building blocks of every cell in your body. You need to get enough protein for your metabolic processes to work properly.
Okay.
Like just hair, skin, nails, when you start noticing brittle, it's a lot of times it's protein. Digestive issues, if you don't have enough protein, you're not able to build the digestive enzymes, so you can't break food down properly. And those are just some of the more common ones.
Okay, cool. So we just want to clarify that.
So yeah, like most people aren't getting enough protein.
Okay. So what do you eat? Take us through like what you eat in a day.
Oh my goodness.
Just general. What time do you get up?
I'm up at 7. I'm on the treadmill at 7:30, and I'm off the treadmill just before 8 or around 8. These are all approximate times. And then I eat my first meal at 8:30.
Okay, what does that look like?
Bacon and eggs. I put cheese in my eggs. I'll have half a cup of oats, and then I have fruit with my oats.
Okay, and then when do you eat again?
I'll have a scoop of my greens with that. Does that count as food?
I guess.
I'll get a scoop of my greens powder.
Okay.
And I'll drink that with my breakfast.
Okay.
11:30, I have a shake. Lunch, I have chicken, rice, and greens. I'll have chicken or beef on that next meal with like less rice. My next is just beef and peas, so carb free.
Okay.
And then a protein shake with greens before bed.
Okay. Okay, so you're dieting a special way, and we're going to get into that because it's a part of your summer goals. But what my meals look like throughout the day is I get up at like 5:15. I just like to get things out of the way. So I get up early. So I get up at 5:15. My first meal is eggs with oats and strawberries in it. And then I'll have like a glass of like pre-workout. Like I'm getting ready to go in the gym.
You have it with your breakfast?
No, I have it before. Sorry, I have it on its own.
So you have your pre?
Yeah.
And then while you're making breakfast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. So then afterwards, meal 2 to 3 hours later, is rice cakes with peanut butter and fruit.
Okay.
And then for lunch, I'll have like some protein, carb, and vegetable. Right now, it's like a protein pasta that just everything all in one. Is just really easy for me to take out the fridge and eat. I'm going to eat my lunch. I am having a protein pasta. I'm going to show you guys. It's so good. So it's fettuccine noodles with chicken, grape tomatoes, spinach, and feta cheese. Ugh, I just love it. And then my meal after my lunch will be chicken and vegetables. And then I'll have the protein pasta again.
Oh my gosh.
And then chicken and vegetable for my last meal. So that's kind of what has been guiding me into the summer right now. But let's talk about why we're eating the way we're eating, because you have fitness goals.
Yeah. So I'm training for a fat loss competition. So not that I'm fat by any means, but as far as body composition goes, I can definitely be leaner.
Okay.
At least, especially from when I started, I've already lost considerably in just 3 weeks. I've got 9 weeks to go, 8.5 weeks to go. So I entered the contest. It's good motivation for me, get myself back in shape. and just stay consistent and mostly like stay healthy. It's the end of the winter. It's time to get ready for summer. So the next 90 days will be a significant transformation. And you guys can ask any questions you want. If you have, if there's anything that sort of pops up, you're curious about what I'm eating, what supplements I'm taking, the type of training that I'm doing, anything along those lines, just drop them in the comments and we'll put those in future videos to let you guys know what's going on. So that when I get up tomorrow morning, I'm starting fresh. And it'll just be fat loss from there.
Okay, so when is the competition?
So it started mid-March and I believe it finishes June 16th.
Okay, so you're about 8 weeks out?
Yeah, it'll be 8 weeks out this weekend.
Okay.
We're on Tuesday, so 8.5 weeks out. Yeah.
Okay.
This is me today, morning of March 20th.
You look like you have a lot of gains.
I have so much gains.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In 2 days.
In 2 days.
Because I know how to do a good before.
Yes.
Okay, and why are you doing it?
Because I want to win a trip to Florida. It's not Florida, it's anywhere in Canada or the United States, excluding Hawaii. So the grand prize is a round trip for 2, 4 nights, hotel stay, $1,000 prepaid credit card, and I think it's $250 worth of supplements from this company if you win. And there's a prize for male and female. And then runner-up is still a $1,000 prepaid credit card and $250 supplements. So it's a fun goal for myself. Like I haven't done it since I did bodybuilding, like in 2016. Yeah, that was our last show. So the goal is to create a significant before and after picture. We're being judged strictly on photos. So not about actual weight lost, not about actual body fat lost, but being this is a supplement company and the before and afters will be used for promotions, they want to see that before picture and that after picture and the difference between the two, right? I'll let you guys know my weight. I weighed in just now at 202 and I don't like getting much below like 195. So it's kind of like trying to put some lean mass on, take some body fat off and change my body composition, just tone up, get lean, staying around this body weight. And, you know, setting a goal just gives me something to work towards. And it what's crazy is this time almost feels like the easiest so far.
Right. And why does it feel the easiest? Do you think it's like the balance? Because we have kids, we have 3 kids, and we're maintaining this fitness family lifestyle.
I'm not getting the cravings that I used to get.
That's good. Why do you think that is?
I honestly don't know. Is it an age thing?
You outgrown it?
Because I can tell you, like I've done several bodybuilding shows in the past, and one of the biggest issues was the sugar cravings.
I'll tell you, if I have, okay, guys, I'm going to be completely honest, but I will snack on the kid stuff. And we generally keep our kid snacks very healthy, but we do buy them like candy here and there.
And we just passed Easter.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's lots of Easter candy in the house.
Yeah,
still.
so they'll get things from family and stuff like that. And I'll be like snacking on it. And sometimes I can't just take 1 or 2, okay? Like I'll end up having like 3 chocolate eggs. I'm just being truthful because it's sweet and it's addictive. So I find myself going back for more. And then when it's done, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's that sugar? This
is the thing. Like sugar is 100% addictive. And I don't think people appreciate it because it's a drug. It's something your body doesn't need. Like physically, you don't need it. When you take in sugar, it's the dopamine response and it's actually like getting a fix and you feel good for having the sugar. And so it's a mental fix.
Right.
And so, you know, you can eat a meal, give your body everything it needs. And then you're like, I need something else. I need something else. Yeah. And as soon as you get that sugar, you're like, okay, now I'm satisfied. Or you just snack on that sugar to keep it going. Gives you a little energy boost, gives you a little feel good feeling.
It really does, honestly.
But for some reason, this time I'm not
feeling that.
Yeah.
I think too, Greg, it's because your mental focus is so different. Like you're really locked in. And I think when you really lock in and you go towards a goal, you surround yourself with everything to become a winner. And you're just seeing yourself as a winner. Like you're like, I'm going to win this. I'm going to win this. And you're literally doing everything it takes. So I think you're really just altering the way you think. And when you alter the way you think, you alter your behavior patterns because your attitude's different. And I think that's what's happening because you're so locked in. Because if you didn't care about it, the way you do, sorry,
Okay.
I feel like you'd be having treats because you have in the past.
Yeah, I would have treats when I was in contest prep.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, just one cookie, one like handful of M&Ms, whatever. I'll be fine. And I knew that my body would still respond having those little snacks. But now I'm like,
I don't need it.
no.
Yeah, that's good. You're growing.
Here's what I'm doing though. I save one day, right?
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
So Sunday is call it a cheat day, but I'll wait till like not my last meal, but my second last meal, and I'll have dessert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just want to make it clear, Greg's goals is very different from my goals. I am not as strict as he is. So I don't want people to come on here and think, oh my gosh, I have to drop all my sugar to look like him. Absolutely not. I find it's a balance where you are with what you have.
100%. Like, yeah, I'm really trying to see how lean I can get in that time frame. Yeah. Being like, I'm 46 with proper diet and nutrition, and I don't want to say it's easy, but it's kind of like you just do it. You just do it. You stop eating the junk. And you put in the work. That's what it really comes down to. When you have a supportive family and a supportive wife, it's that much easier. Most people don't think it's possible. Like, they're like, oh, I'm in my 30s, I can't do that anymore. Yeah. No. Of course, this has been my lifestyle for half my life. But I would have like a bit of a balance before where I eat pretty clean through the day. I wouldn't be afraid to have burger and fries and stuff occasionally. And then you can see the physique I maintained doing that. Yeah. And then now I'm like, oh, I want to get lean. Cut the crap. I'll just give my body what it needs. Yeah. And you're very disciplined. Like you'll go 100% into whatever goal it is you set for yourself. And it's really inspiring to watch you, because I offered you like a gluten-free cookie. I'm like, do you want a cookie? You're like, no, I can't eat that. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. The thing is, like, there's not even a struggle in my mind. I would feel worse if I did eat it. So yeah, and you know what's funny? So we need to let people know, because some people mask these type of feelings. Like, oh, I felt so bad that I had 2 slices of cake. Like, guys, I think it's all about balance. It really is about balance. But like, how do you feel if you were to eat like a piece of cake right now? Like, how would you feel right now? If there was like a family get together or something on the weekend, right, I would eat whatever food is there, and I would feel no ways about it. Okay. But then I wouldn't have my cheat thing on Sunday. Like, I would just like balance it. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I think it's all about balance, and like the majority of you. I'm gonna enjoy myself, and I won't feel guilty at all, because I like sort of a lot for that. Yeah. Like same here. Like, if I find that I'm having like too much sweets, I'll because I'll start to break out. And things will start to happen to me. That's the other thing. Like, people should realize, like, your body is talking to you all the time, and you just have to listen. Yeah. So I'll cut it right away. I'm like, don't buy that anymore, babe. And then I'll get myself like right back on track, and then I will tell myself, let's do it again. Let's start new. It doesn't matter what day it is, but I always have that focus to just like keep going. So I hope that can help someone else that's trying to change their nutrition routine or something along those lines, right? How do you feel if you miss a workout? Because we work out. I don't miss. Okay, but it's a part of you. It's your lifestyle. Yeah. We get it, but you have in the past because you're sick or you're just something. Okay, even recently something happened. Like, our day got really busy and you missed it. First of all, how often do you work out? So I do cardio every single morning. 7 days a week? 7 days a week. Okay. For how long? 20 minutes. Okay. And that's just I feel like I need to get my base movement in. Like, I don't think we walk enough just as people. Okay. So I do that. I get like 3,000 steps first thing in the morning. So when I say I get up, I'm on the treadmill at 7:30. Like, that's how I start my day every single day, to make sure I've got those steps in. Okay. And then you work out later on in the day, like usually. Right. So yeah, I don't even like calling the morning cardio a workout, because I actually work out 5 days a week, and I have that sort of worked into my schedule. So it's a different time of day each day. I work out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. I work out Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. Okay. So it's like 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. It's very good. And I just repeat that. Okay. Yeah. So for me, I work out 5 days a week,
And my schedule is very different than yours. It's a lot more flexible, but I make sure that I get my workout done first thing in the morning, just because if I delay it, I have an issue going to the gym. I don't want to get up. So I now, at this point in time in my life, I'm waking up at 5:30 and I'm getting in the gym for 6:30 to 7:30, and I make sure I do that 5 days a week consistently. I train 5 days a week, and each day is just a different muscle group. So one day I'll do shoulders, the next day I'll do back, chest, and legs, and I kind of just go on that rotation. That's kind of what I've been doing for a while now. And I'm maintaining my physique pretty well.
So you're hopping, because you just do a quick cool down on the treadmill after your workout. And then so you come off the treadmill, I get on it. And that's...
Exactly. Especially we have 3 kids that we take to school together every morning. So a lot of these routines are like interwoven into their routine to make sure that we're just being consistent.
Yep.
I just got off the treadmill and you're going on?
I'm going on.
All right, while Greg's on the treadmill, I'm gonna go in and get the kids up and ready for school. All right, guys, so this is the complexity. Our kids do not like going to bed, so they have a really hard time getting up in the morning. So let's see, let's get them up. Good morning. Time to get up. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, it's time to get up. Jasmine, time to get up. Danny. Danny. Guys, come on. Time to get up for school. Let's go.
Have I missed a workout because I got busy or I slept in or I just something threw off my routine? For me personally, yes. And what I like to do is I'll make it up, or I'll just make the next week a better week where I increase my frequency and I just try not to let it happen again. But it does happen.
Yeah. So with my workouts, I have to train specific muscle groups on specific days. Legs, chest, back, shoulders, arms.
Okay.
So today's leg day. I need to go train legs right after this. And if I miss it today, I don't get to train it again until next week.
Okay.
Because it's just, my workouts are so, like, my daily schedule is actually based around my workouts almost. Like I have set times set for specific muscle groups, and it flows. Everything works. So even my work schedule, like so I still work like 40 hours a week at a job. Like I have to set time aside for that. And I make time for the kids, and I make time for my workouts. I make time for meal prep. And I have my own business outside of that work. And I make time for my clients. So I make it all work. It's possible.
It's possible. I want to shout out my best friend because I'm helping her with her fitness goals. And I think my fitness goals came around when she started having this idea of wanting to get in shape for the summer. So we're kind of helping each other out. And what we do is we text each other when we're going to have our meal or when we should be having our meal. So even though our schedules are completely different, sometimes we're on the same schedule where we're eating exactly alike, and sometimes it's kind of off. But we always can see where each other is during the day. And it's a reminder, like when she texts me meal 3, like subconsciously, like my heart will just start to race. I'm like, oh no, I got to go eat. So it keeps me accountable. Like did you hear what I said to you when I was coming downstairs? Because you're like, why aren't you coming down? I was kind of like hanging around upstairs. I'm like, oh, because she's going to beat me.
Oh, at that point, it's just staying on that schedule, and you're sort of on each other to do that. So.
And you said like the key words, like it's on each other, on each other, on each other. So I know not everybody can be on each other, but I think like, we have a relationship where we can do that, and we have the opportunity where we both work from home where we can do that. And it's working for both of us because she's dropped like 6 pounds in 4 weeks doing it this way. And she's like so happy, and she's so motivated to like continue. Right. So you know what? I think I think people need to get a friend. You need to get a friend. Like you and I are accountable friend this summer. Like we're doing this because guys, it can be done. But I found that it's really helpful working with a friend like that. Keep you accountable.
And I don't have anybody holding me accountable.
No, just yourself.
Just myself.
I hold you accountable because if you fall off, I'm like, babe, like we would
there's
tell
no
you
falling off right now. But...
No, and I know that because you're more experienced and you're up against people that are on the same level as you. So it's really different. Okay, so we want to point that out. But with my best friend and myself, we're just on the same, level right now, like with our goals. And it's just to get a little bit fitter this summer.
Yep.
So at least we're again establishing our whys and why we're doing what we're doing, and it's working, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this is where I'm measuring my fat. Get this tighter. A little bit here. So you can see. Just bring this down a little bit. Same. So the sides get this tighter. That's what we can measure my back. This stuff.
All right, guys. So on that note, we're going to end it there.
Yeah. So if you have any other questions, please drop a comment down below. Questions related to the supplements or nutrition or the training. We can both help.
Absolutely. And we'd love to. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.